Yeah. The minute I start recording, they get into my phone. Look at that. I swear. It's corruption all the way. But the thing is, we know it. Hey, dirty players, how do you sleep at night? God's watching. You demonic forces, MIC. Don't you know that someday you're going to have to face God for the crimes against humanity you're doing? So it's been really intense all day today. Shouldn't be having these ultrasonic frequencies at this intensity sitting here in my room. Pulsing. And I guarantee it's doing above 120 kilohertz. Being exposed to ultrasonic frequencies all the time affects your hearing, it affects your eyesight, it could affect your heart, it could affect your vascular system. This is dangerous. This is continuous, on and off intensity on my body, and I know many other people are getting this too, but if they're not getting the Havana syndrome, the cicada high pitch ringing in their ears, or the voice to skull, or central nervous system stimulation and harassment, they won't know that this is happening necessarily. They could hit your heart and make you think it's a heart attack, or drop you down and make you think it's a stroke. They're putting one jackal up every 5 days, the military-industrial complex. So everybody, newsflash, you trust the military-industrial complex? Newsflash, do you trust corporations to run our airspace? Why is this becoming so acceptable? I mean, back in the day, people in the 60s would have protested against all this. They wouldn't have stood for it. But now, it's almost like we become like Noah's Ark, where all the people are just into the flesh and doing all these perverse things, and it's all about greed and money. We're right back there again, even worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. And here's Noah and the targeted individuals, the TIs, and Dr. Stephen Greer, and Sean Ryan, and other people in the CIA, and the good people in FBI, like Friend. We're all trying to warn the public. We're warning you. And the witnesses that put their lives on the line and have gotten death threats coming forward about Lockheed Skunk Works and Raytheon, Boeing, EEG, Northrop Grumman. We know all these corrupt, treasonous things are going on, and yet no one's lifting a finger to protest. When I grew up in this country, it wasn't like this at all. There's a massive change here in this country. I mean, we have so much less diversity of animals, birds, bees, insects. Where I live over in California here, in the Bay Area, used to be teeming with life. And it's like a dead zone. Most of the seagulls hang around at the man-made lake away from the ocean because there's no food around the water there. We're in deep shit in this country. And Noah tried warning all the people, as the whistleblowers are trying to warn everybody, the world, and they're just sitting back, going along like all the cows aren't disappearing, all our land isn't disappearing, right? Where's all our food going to come from? We're getting sound harassment. We're getting attacked. And yet the police, they're criminals because they're allowing it to happen. There are many police officers that know this corruption is going on, but they've been told to mind their own business and stay out of it, and they do. It's weak. Hospitals stay away from it because they're weak, because their character is weak. Because if we had an honorable, good, God-fearing, and God-loving society, The hospitals wouldn't stand for this. They would be like, let's investigate this. Let's get the equipment we need. And if we had the good military, if the good people stood up and said, here's the equipment that you could actually catch these sound waves at, and these scalar waves, and the scalar, if the good people came forward and talked to Dr. Stephen Greer and said, hey, this is how you do it, and they started implementing this in hospitals, guess what? This wouldn't be going on. But there's too many homegrown cowards in our country, and no one's willing to stand up and do the right thing. Well, I shouldn't say no one. There are people willing to stand up and do the right thing, but they're very few and far between, because most people don't want to get involved. Hospitals should be liable because they are ignoring the issue. The police departments are ignoring the issue. A lot of our senators are ignoring the issue, and they're trying to tweak it in such a way that people that are coming forward, they're saying, oh, you're crazy. They're trying to go that route. They're trying to force people to shut up. And it's very concerning and worrisome in our country what we become, because we're not the America I grew up in. I know this isn't the America the founding fathers were hoping to have. We become much worse than England ever was to our founding fathers.